Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back to our The Magic Happens Facebook Live. Had a little glitch there getting on live, but we got there. So I'd like to introduce myself and Means Davis. I am Kathy Goggin. I am a mother, a grandmother. I am an entrepreneur, and I just love coming from and sharing love, peace, joy, and abundance. And I'm learning through my amazing coach who has agreed to come on and share with all of you how to bring the energies that I would like to bring into my life, with my family, with my business, with everything. And Means has been such a big part of helping me become aware of what's working and not working to create the life that I want. So I'd like to introduce you to Means Davis, transformational coach, who is just an amazing, amazing person. Means, would you like to share more?
Sure, I'll just stay with that though. I think that's a pretty good way. That would be great. I'll be that.
You are that.
So my name is Means Davis, and I am the founder of Empowered Enterprises International. And I am passionate about that sparkle in the eye that you see when people actually get that they can live the life of their dreams. We all think we would want it, think we would like it, think it would be great, but it's way out there somewhere. It's not something that is like tangible. It's not something that you have anything to say about. It's like, oh, maybe a miracle will happen and then I can, have the life of my dreams. Or maybe I'll win the lottery, or maybe, it's like, but it's way out there. And what I'm committed to is that everybody gets that you can live the life of your dreams right now. That you are living the life of your dreams right now. You just need to shift those dreams a little bit. Like rewrite the dreams, because we have it that it's way out there, and now rewrite it as this is part of our journey, part of living our dreams. This is it. This is it. And that's why I started my company, 20, 30 years ago. For the last 30 years, I've worked with individuals and organizations to have them clarify their goals, to look at what that dream is and put together a strategic plan of action so that you actually reach your goals and fulfill your dreams. Bring your vision into reality. Make it real. So that's what part of what this series is all about, is really bringing our awareness to the magic that happens in our life when we align our actions with our dreams, with our goals, with our commitments. And that's why we call it The Magic Happens, because if you look at it, it's like, wow, that is magic. It's magic that people get to live the life of their dreams, and each and every one of us can. We have the capacity to do that. So that's what the series is about. So today, we're talking about the difference in focus, right? The difference in focus between being free from something and shifting that to being free to something. It's a huge, huge shift in the experience of life that comes from a very small shift in the actions and in the focus. Because last week we were talking about being aware of the source of our actions. Were we coming from fear, or are we coming from empowerment? And we really focused on the fact that it's our mind giving us that interpretation or that story of fear or empowerment. So we have an opportunity to choose. Are we going to come from fear of something and avoid it? Or are we going to be in action from being empowered to create what we want? And in that instant of choice, that's our superpower. We can start shifting to creating what we want. Next level is to start looking at what we're shifting to. Are we shifting to the freedom from something that is a problem, freedom from something that we don't want, or freedom from the past? Or are we shifting to creating what we do want? What do I want? What do I want? And what's an action aligned with that? What's an action aligned with creating what we want? And it's in that shift, that thing that just that moment, right? It's that fast. that moment that we shift our experience of life, because the experience of life, when we're talking about the problem, is dark and heavy. And there's a lot of work to be done. When we're creating what we want, there's lightness, there's freedom, there's you're ecstatic about being able to create what you want. Totally different.
Yes.
Totally different experience.
And you know what, as you hear me say this, I know sometimes I listen and I think, well, that kind of sounds great, but excuse me,
Yep.
but how is that really going to work? But I can assure you there's some trust involved, and just trying it and becoming aware of what means is sharing. And then when you feel those feelings of you're switching, you feel that fear and you're moving from fear, and then you switch to creating what you want, you literally feel the difference of energy within your body. And that's when I feel like that's what it means. I've had aha moments of, oh my gosh, I'm feeling the difference of energy. It's not until you kind of take the words, you let it kind of sink in with you, and then you practice it. And it's not work. I always think things are work. No, it's just the awareness. Wait, I'm moving from, instead of creating what I want, and the freedom and the lightness. It's hard to explain till you experience it, but I promise that if you become aware of this and you will have those aha moments, and you will feel that energy of lightness and freedom. Like Mean said, those are the two perfect words, Means. It's exactly how you feel.
Yep. I'm always reminded of the quote from Mother Teresa, and I don't know the exact words, but basically what she says is, don't invite me to a rally against war or against hunger or fighting against. Only invite me to things where we're creating what we are committed to.
Right.
I'm not going to focus on what I don't want. I'm not going to focus on fighting against something, because when we resist something, it persists. So the more we think about it, if you say you want to be free from hunger, and you start being, in action about being free from hunger, there is hunger. You will find hunger because you're looking for hunger, and there will be more hunger because you are looking for more hunger, so that you can go to fight against it. Instead, I want healthy people. I want children fed, and then take action there. And then you feed a child, and a child is fed, and you fulfilled on what you're looking to do. And then you feed 10 children, and then you feed 100 children, and it builds and it grows, and you get excited, right? Like your passion is free. Inside of the fear-based conversation, or the past-based, freedom from the past, your passion is not free, because it's still about the past. It's still about that problem that you want to solve, rather than about this world you want to create through the solution.
Yes. So then we're getting evidence. The evidence shows up. The evidence shows up of what we're thinking. So yes, more of what we have to do to fix instead of the solution.
Yes, we see what we're looking for.
You see what we're looking for. That's huge. Let's say that again.
We do. We see, right. We see evidence. We will find evidence for whatever we're looking for. So if we're looking for the problem of hunger, the problem of war, the problem of pain, the problem of aging, the problem of fear, then that's what we're focused on, and that's what we're going to see. That's what we're going to see. The world is abundance. This universe is abundant. So there is an abundance of evidence that the world is going to hell in a handbasket. There's an abundance of evidence that people are aging. People, are fighting aging. There's an abundance of evidence that war is like tearing us apart. But there's also an abundance of evidence for what we do want. There's an abundance of evidence for the people are rising for peace. The people are committed to peace. That people are committed to having the next generation be fed and taken care of and better off than we are. There's plenty of evidence that aging isn't what it used to be. Plenty of evidence that if you want to live healthy, you can. There's plenty of evidence for whatever we're looking for. So choose what you want to see and look for it, instead of choosing what you don't want and looking for that.
Right, because
You
then
can
your
tell in the,
dreams are
just the
gonna
tone
take
of my
you.
voice, right? Did you hear just in the tone of
Yeah.
my voice the difference, right? Instead of, looking for what you don't want, it's heavy. It's very, very heavy over there, dark. Whereas when we're doing what we want and looking for what we want and finding evidence of what we want, it's totally different. It's light, it's fun, it's exciting. Our passion is freed up there.
And you'll make different choices coming from that energy.
Yes, yes. And those choices give you new actions,
Yeah.
different actions.
Different.
See, when I'm fighting against something, we're avoiding something. And I like to say, when you avoid something, you create a void where nothing happens. No actions get taken. And even the actions that do are kind of like perpetuating what you don't want. Instead, we want to choose what we do want and be free. Free to. It's the difference between freedom from something and the freedom to create what we want. So we look at what we want to create. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? It's my favorite phrase. My clients all get quote unquote tired of it, because it's like, okay, so now finally having dealt with everything, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? We get to create.
Now forward, what do you want? Now forward, what do you want?
Yeah, exactly. It's not
It's
about
so
what,
powerful.
yeah, it's not about what we said 10 years ago or 5 years ago, or what we thought was the problem last week. It's about now, what do we want? Given the circumstances now, given what we have created, which is our circumstances, right? Given what we've created, now what do I want? Now forward. Now what do I want? Now what do I want to create? So that you're not stuck even with the dreams that you had last week. You get to create them newly. You get to create now. Now what do I want? And it may and may not be different from last week, last month, last year, because the circumstances have changed. We've been in action. We've produced results. We've been in action. We've produced results. We've learned new things. New opportunities have opened up. When things open up for us and we've learned new things, of course, our dreams have shifted. I no longer want to be the fireman that was so cool back when I was 8 years old. Because I've learned and things have opened up and opportunities have opened up, and I've learned and I've expanded and I've gone, wow, this is where I want to be. So I create a new dream. Create a new dream every day. It'd be a great practice. Would be to create a new dream every day, just to begin to realize how much we have been trained to not dream.
Yes.
That it's unrealistic. So just to start practicing dreaming again and allowing ourselves to dream. So every day, create a new dream of what you want, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, end of the year, end of the day. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
And it makes life exciting, joyful, fun.
Yeah.
Just like when we were kids and we're free to do that, something happened as we grew.
Yes. We
It
said, no, we
squashed
can't.
it, and we're
Yeah.
just allowing it again.
Yeah. Open back up.
Yes.
Open
Love,
back
peace, joy, and abundance.
Yes. The world at peace, people empowered and enabled to fulfill dreams.
What are you committed to? I'm telling you, when you have a commitment and then you ask, and sometimes you're in alignment with that, sometimes I'm not in alignment, and I become aware, is that from what I'm committed to? And that asking myself that question now has helped me so much.
Yeah, it does. It does, to bring it back into alignment.
Yes.
You can also feel it in your body because you get tight, right? Your muscles tighten up, you get tense, you get stressed. Anytime that kind of thing is going on, you want to look and see, are my actions aligned with my commitment?
Exactly.
Because 90% of the time, they're not going to be. That other 10% of the time, it is universe going, okay, so here's a hurdle you need to learn how to get over. Because you're going to be going through it quite a bit, on your journey. You're going to be able to need to get over this hurdle. Let's practice.
Yes. Good old practice.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, we
Awesome.
want to respect everyone's time. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week. If you missed the live or want to check any of the past ones, we will post our sites. All the recordings can be found on my site and Means's site. So feel free to jump in and check out any information you'd like if you think it could be beneficial to you.
Awesome.
And we
Awesome.
look
See
forward to seeing you
everybody.
next week.
Yes, very good. All right,
Have a
everybody.
great week.
Bye.
Bye.